Okay, so I've been sent to the park to deliver a message for the sign of Aries. And the oracle message is consider it pure joy. Because right now you're being initiated by going through the dark night of the soul. Consider the dark night of your soul right now pure joy. Consider it pure joy. Allow through this what seems to be depression to put a smile on your face. Put a smile on your face every time you think of what you shoulda, coulda, woulda. Put a smile on your face because this initiation process is giving you rite of passage to pass through the four elements. Okay, but before you pass through the four elements, your rite of passage is the dark night of the soul. You're going to have to go through the dark night first. And you have to walk through the dark night alone. And the only thing about being alone is that we tend to relate it to, feelings of depression. We think that being alone is a bad thing. And we start thinking these thoughts from a poverty mindset. Oh, I'm alone because I'm not good enough. Oh, I'm alone because no one loves me. Oh, I'm alone. And you start thinking thoughts like that during the dark night of your soul. But what's going to happen is that you are going to be transformed by the renewing of your mind during that process, because you're going to learn to accept and love yourself. Consider yourself worthy in order to manifest. Okay, others around you aligning with that same frequency or that same vibration. Okay, and so consider it pure joy when you go through the dark night of the soul, because it is your rite of passage through the elements that's going to bring you to a rebirth. Okay, now you get to start all over again. So what are the elements that you're going to pass through? Well, number one, you're going to pass through the fire once you come out of the dark night of the soul. Okay, Aries, fire. Of course, that's the first one. So you're going to pass through the element of fire alone. Okay, you have to do this alone. That is a part, being alone is a part of your initiation. Okay, in order to be reborn. Okay, in order to get a second chance, in order to start over again and do the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Okay, with a mindset that is not of a poverty mindset, right? Okay, so you're going to pass through the fire. The fire is going to refine you. Okay, then you're going to pass through the water. The water is going to purify you. That's the second element that you're going to pass through. Then you're going to pass through the wind element. The element of wind is going to blow you. Okay, and I'm thinking of a scripture that says, I am like the wind. They hear the sound, but they don't know where it's coming from or where it's going. So you will not know where you're coming from or where you're going. You're just going to be moved by the wind. And the wind is going to take you down to earth. Earth is the fourth element. Okay. And that fourth element is where you're going to be grounded. Okay, where you're going to be buried like a seed back into the dark. But it is not the dark night of the soul. It is the dark night of the soil. Okay, and in that soil, yes, it's dark. Yes, it's dark. And you're like, oh my God, why am I back here again? It's dark again, but it's a whole different. The first dark night of the soul was etheric. It was, vibrational. It was spirit. It was atmosphere. Okay. It was environment. Okay. But this second darkness that you're going to be experiencing is not going to be the dark night of your soul, but it's going to be the dark night of the soil. And it is going to be good soil. And that soil is going to be everything that you need, like the compost, right? Is good for plants to grow. It's going to be everything that you need in order to be reborn, in order to grow. It's, during that process that your seed planted, everything around you above the surface of where you've been buried is going to be a foundation being built around your destiny and what you're called to do, because you are being reborn into a new destiny, as you are being created into a new creature. And so you're coming from being a seed that is planted into maybe a flower, maybe a apple tree, maybe, we don't know what your new birth is going to be, but it is going to be a new birth. You may have some ideal, if your third eye is open, you may have some ideal, but it's best not to even try to imagine, because you can't even imagine the new thing that God is about to do in your life. And when I say God, I speak of the universe. I speak of the new way. God as people, God as soil, God as the elements, God as the trees, God is everything that is surrounding you, because God is all and God is surrounding us everywhere. Everything around you is going to be manifested from that new mindset. So when I say God, I mean omnipresent God. I mean God as everything and everyone connected to your destiny. Okay? From people to angels to deities to whatever else that you are destined to believe in order to align with them and walk your destiny, okay, with them, okay, because you're going to have a lot of people and angels and entities and totem animals walking with you on this destiny. And during this time, you will know now that you are not alone, right? Now you're not going to be alone and you're not going to walk alone, but this is a part of your new destiny. Okay. And so, so consider it pure joy, beloved, for what you're about to go through, because you're going through the dark night of the soul, and this dark night of the soul is a process giving you rite of passage to walk through all four of the elements and to ground you, to plant you like a seed planted in the ground so that you can grow and be reborn into your new destiny, giving you a second chance at everything you thought you shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, so that's the message for Aries. If you are Aries and you relate to this, or you're cross-watching to see what's going on with another Aries because you're concerned about them, just let me know in the comments below if there's anything that relates, because I'm always encouraged by seeing if anybody related to the message, even if it's just one person. One person matters just as much as 10,000 people. Okay. And so, yeah, I'm going to post this and see Wagwan. See Wagwan, because a lot of people don't like to let you know when you hitting the nail on because you can perceive Aries. This is not happening yet, but you can perceive. The message will resonate with you because you can perceive a shift. You can perceive a new thing is about to happen, and it's making you nervous, and it's making you look forward to it at the same time. And you don't understand, why the oxymoronic feelings that I'm feeling right now. Like, why do I feel nervous? Why do I feel depressed? Why do I feel, happy and sad at the same time? Why do I feel scared? Why do I feel uneasy? You know what I'm saying? And it's because you're perceiving a shift. You're perceiving a new thing. You're perceiving your second chance. You're perceiving the grieving that you have to go through. You're perceiving the darkness. You're perceiving the, the purification of the water, the baptism of the water, being buried in water and being buried in soul and in soil. And you're anticipating, in practical ways with your mind, logically, how this is going to take place. And it makes you nervous because a part of you just wants to stay safe. You don't want to be initiated, but you do. You want to stay safe. You want to, even if that safety, is hurting you, you're familiar with that kind of hurt. You're familiar with that kind of pain, and you just don't want to go through something that you have not experienced before, because it is hard for you to even imagine the fruitful harvest that's going to come about from this initiation process. So it's a lot that you're going through emotionally, mentally right now, perceiving the shift that's happening. You're looking around and changes are happening, and you don't want these changes to happen. There are changes happening in the hearts and the minds of souls of others around you that's causing them to leave you, because it is your time to be alone in order to be initiated. It is your time to go through the dark night of the soul alone, so that you can receive your rite of passage, into the 4 elements, in order to be seed planted and buried, to receive your new destiny, so that you can do it all over again, so that you can have your second chance. And this time you're not going to be doing it alone, and you're not going to be doing it with counterfeit energy. You're not going to be doing it with toxic relationships. You're not going to be doing it from trauma bonding with people. You're going to do it all the correct way this time, because that fire is initiating you and baptized. You're going to be fire baptized first, and then you're going to be water baptized, and then you're going to be baptized by the wind, And the wind is going to take you to your destiny, which is to be a seed planted by earth, which is to ground you and make you ready for your destiny. So how many times do I have to repeat this in different ways in order for you to get the message? I don't know, but I think that's it, right? And so if this message resonates in any kind of way, even if it's because you perceive it, if this message relates to you because you've already been experiencing the dark night of the soul and not really knowing what to deal with it, not really knowing which emotions you need to embrace and which emotions you need to just be happy about or be sad about. You're nervous, but this is your new destiny calling you home. Many are called, but few are chosen, and those who answer yes to the call are chosen. All right. And so what makes you chosen is your decision to answer the call into the dark night of the soul in order to receive your second chance, beloved. Okay. All right. Like this video, share it if you think it's going to bless somebody, hug somebody, love up on somebody, encourage somebody. Pick up these pearls and rock them, beloved. And don't forget to leave a comment below. And deuces.